Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Hakuouki Zuisoroku, the fan disc material or the extras added to the PS3 version of the game. Today we are actually going to work on Nagakura's extras. So first off we gotta unlock him by going through the Shinsengumi Adventures Part 1 and 2 again, and I'm not sure if there's actually going to be material for him in those or if that's just unlocking him. So I'm not sure if we're taking care of both of them in one video or not. Let's see! You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. For the first choice, we have to help with lunch. And once again, continue making lunch. But this time we are curious. So we do have new stuff. I was getting a little worried. They seem to be having a difficult time. What were they doing?
Hey, Chizuru. You aren't wondering what's going on with the cat out there, are you?
Maybe a bit.
Well, they are making a lot of noise. Wouldn't blame me for being curious.
I'm sorry, I got distracted. I should have been focused on preparing lunch instead. Nagakura tapped me lightly on the shoulder, an easy smile on his face.
Wanna go check it out real quick?
What?
You don't mind, do you, Sano? It'd only be just for a minute. Wait, you know I can't make all this food by myself, right?
No fair.
Yeah, I know. We only want to see what's happening. You won't even notice we're gone. I'm good for it, I swear. Whatever. Do what you want. You better come back.
But...
Looks like we got the go-ahead. Let's go, Chizuru.
If you say so. Almost before I could even comprehend what was going on, the matter was settled. I wondered if it was really okay to leave him. It's not. Whatever Nagakura was thinking was beyond me. He's thinking fun. Whoa! One of the trees near the front entrance appeared to have been uprooted, the trunk completely whole and horizontal. What we heard earlier must have been this. What in the world?
Damn, it's like a typhoon went through here. There's no way in hell we can hide this. Not good. They were just chasing a tiny little cat. How do you knock a tree over?
Yeah, what the hell? I don't remember that happening anywhere. Maybe... I might be completely wrong, but I figured we didn't have any other ideas. Maybe the cat was chased up the tree.
Oh, I get it.
A look of understanding crossed his face, and he nodded. The cat had run up the tree, thinking it could escape its pursuers that way, but Saito and Okita had gone up after it. The tree hadn't been able to support all that extra weight, and... When I glanced at him, I could see in his eyes that he had been thinking the same thing. It had taken him only a moment, his eyes scanning the scene and putting details together. I guess it was a really small tree. I had no idea what kind of man Nagakura was. He seemed so carefree, but he didn't miss a thing. I thought we'd been together long enough for you to know.
So, what now? Did you see enough? If so, we can head back to the kitchen.
Oh, he really did intend to go back. When I first arrived at the headquarters of the Shinsengumi, Nagakura had been one of the ones who strongly argued against me staying with them. I was afraid to step wrong any time I was around him. Lunchtime is coming up quickly. We don't have much time left to prepare, so we shouldn't stay here long. I was still interested in finding out what was going on, but I knew it wasn't my place to wander. Meow. Oh, great. It's not our choice anymore. Huh?
Look at that.
Silent as a ghost, we didn't notice the cat at his heels until it decided to make a sound.
Hey, you. You're causing a lot of problems around here, you know that? And here you are, cool as can be.
Meow. I guess it likes Nagakura. I think it likes you.
Yeah, animals tend to like me for some reason. I don't really know why.
The cat happily rubbed up against his legs. I guess they all think he's the alpha.
Couldn't you at least act like you feel bad for what you did? But look, here you are, purring and content.
He gave an awkward laugh. Bending over, he rubbed underneath the cat's chin before stroking a hand down its back a few times. Aww.
It's your fault we're scrambling to fix things after all. You've been leading us on quite a chase.
The words were admonishing, but the tone surprisingly gentle. That was not what I expected at all.
Hey, if you want to keep those 9 lives, you best not do anything dangerous.
Meow. Maybe he wasn't as frightening as I thought. Seeing him talk to the cat, the one who caused so much trouble for everyone, he looked warm and kind.
Something wrong?
Oh, no, I I hesitated. My presence here complicated matters for the Shinsengumi, so it was completely understandable that they'd be a little cold toward me. Because of that, I couldn't tell him that I thought he was actually a kind man. Why not? Even if that was how he truly was, the words wouldn't help either of us. Rather, it'd make things potentially more difficult for him. It's nothing.
Uh-huh.
An eyebrow raised in my direction, but he refrained from asking me further.
Anyway, Sanan's probably wondering where the hell we are, so we better head back.
Right, but what are you going to do about the cat?
I wonder.
A bitter smile drifted over his face as he leaned over and scooped the small animal into his arms. The care he took in doing so, combined with the affectionate head scratch, told me he wasn't planning to harm it in any way. Today helped me figure some things out. Initial impressions are not always accurate. Every moment you spend with someone teaches you more about them. 3 months was nowhere near long enough. I still had a lot to learn about these men I found myself living with. That didn't give me a reason to believe they blindly hated me for intruding, or that they treated me unfairly. They'd already proven that they were kind enough not to kill me, even though I knew I was a burden to them. I hope to come to understand them a bit better every day. Oh, that was really short. Okay, we'll read Nagakura in Days Past Part 1. January 1865. The protagonist's hands are cold from working in water, so Nagakura prepares a brazier to help warm her back up. They also decide to make mochi. But when the protagonist returns, she finds Nagakura asleep and realizes he must have been exhausted from a long day. Aw, that sounds cute. We get cute times with Nagakura before we even get his route.
So I'll just have to take yours. Survival of the fittest. This food is mine.
Poor Heisuke. With Nagakura's declaration, battle was joined. At first I was surprised, but I quickly adapted and almost found myself enjoying eating with them. What do you mean, almost? They chewed loudly and spoke with their mouths full, not exactly exemplars of good manners. But they helped me to learn just how enjoyable dining with a large group of friends could be. At the time, I thought every dinner would be as lively as that one had been. Why couldn't days stay like that? Those were the good days. November 1864. The man by the name of Kashitaro Ito had joined the Shinsengumi. The master of the Hokushin Ito. He was not only talented with the sword, but also learned in politics and literature. Ito had captured Kondo's trust with his smooth, intelligent speech. Apart from the chief, however, the Shinsengumi did not seem to be especially fond of him or his men. Sanan was looking more and more distraught as well. January 1865. The atmosphere at the compound had grown very awkward and uncomfortable. Even then, though, there were still moments that warmed my heart. In Days Past, Part 1. January 1865. Oh my! As I threw open the door to let in some air, I gasped. The yard looked as though someone had tossed a thick white blanket over everything. That was my second winter in Kyoto, but I still hadn't grown accustomed to its painfully cold weather. Still, cold was hardly a reason to avoid my work. That particular day, I had been assigned cooking duty. First, I would need to gather water from the well. After that, I could begin other preparations. So cold! My fingers were already beginning to grow numb, and the wooden floor beneath my feet felt like ice. But I couldn't turn back, so I gripped my water bucket tighter and ran back to the kitchen as fast as I could.
Hey, Chizuru! Up early as always.
Oh, good morning! His voice sounded as bright and relaxed as ever, completely unfazed by the cold. Yup, and not wearing any extra clothes for it.
Did you see the snow? I thought it was cold enough already. But now this? Somebody up there's got a sense of humor.
Did I see the snow? Seriously? He looked down at my bucket.
Wait, if you've got a bucket, are you out making breakfast in this cold? I can go wake up the other guys if you want some help, okay?
Oh no, I'm fine, really. I'm in charge of breakfast today. I want to do this. I gave him my best smile, and then turned and scurried toward the kitchen. Once I'd finished cleaning up after lunch, I went back to my room to sew for a bit.
Hey, Chizuru, you got a minute?
Ah! Don't jump scare me like that! I jumped nearly a foot in the air as Nagakura appeared from nowhere. I'm sorry, it would be nice if you could say something or knock before you come in.
Huh? Why? Why would that be a problem? Were you busy or something?
Sometimes people are changing and stuff. And yeah, jump scares. No, not exactly, just... He tilted his head to the side and looked at me with a blank stare. Well, let's say you'd walked in while I was changing or something. Yeah, just what I was saying. That would be a problem.
Ugh.
Totally didn't think about that, huh? Gotta love that look on his face. His eyes went wide. Are you imagining it?
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. I guess that's a possibility, huh? Sorry.
He mumbled and rubbed at the back of his head awkwardly. Oh no, you don't need to apologize. Nothing bad happened. Just think about that for the future, young man. I racked my brain for something else to talk about. Oh, that's right. You said you needed something.
Oh, yeah. Well, I wanted to ask you a favor. Could you close your eyes?
What? Why?
Come on, just do it. This'll just take a minute.
I guess I did. I wasn't sure what else to do, so I closed my eyes.
Keep them shut, okay? 1 second.
The floor creaked as he set something heavy down in front of me. What on earth?
Okay, it's ready. Open your eyes.
I let them flutter open. What could this possibly be? And sitting in front of me was a large brazier, a few red coals glowing inside of it. What's this for?
Huh? Oh, well, you've had to get water and stuff even though it's cold a lot lately, right? I saw your hands were getting pretty cold this morning, so I went and got this.
Aw, you got this for me?
Well, yeah, of course. You're like my sister or something.
Oh, that's so cute too.
So go on, warm yourself up. Don't worry about it.
Thank you. So Nagakura and I sat down next to the brazier to warm up. Gradually, I began to feel the heat seep into my body, and the stiffness started to leave my cold fingers.
Man, there's just something different about the cold in Kyoto. It just gets into your bones, you know? And then in the summer, it's hotter than an oven. How is that fair? I sure miss Edo.
Yeah, it's like here in Maryland. I always say, we get 2 weeks of spring and 2 weeks of fall, and the rest of the year is like blazing hot summer and a freezing cold winter. Were you born there?
Yup, Edo boy through and through. My first bath was in the Sumida River. Maybe that's it, huh? I never could get used to the way people talk here. Like they got something stuck in their teeth. Although, I guess Ito talks that way too, and he's from Edo.
The moment he mentioned Ito, I saw Nagakura's face twist as if he just tasted something sour. Yeah, Ito does that to people. You don't like Ito, do you?
I know he's a smart guy, and we need smart guys if we want the Shinsengumi to get bigger.
He looked down at his cupped hands, blew into them, and rubbed them together over the brazier.
But, ever since he showed up, Sanan's gotten worse. He's depressed almost all the time. And Kondo's getting a big head, after all the ass-kissing. Sorry, he gets from Ito, and he's not seeing it.
I looked down at the floor and folded my hands as he continued. Everyone there cared about the Shinsengumi, but it was starting to feel as if they didn't all have the same ideas about how to succeed. Oh, I just remembered something. I had to change the subject. You said you didn't like the way people in Kyoto talk, but you love Kyoto women, right? He coughed in surprise and snapped his head over to look at me quizzically. That look again.
Well, I only visit the red light district to, gather information, and, You know, that timid act you put on works pretty well, huh? I guess you're a lot sharper than people realize. That's because you're from Edo, isn't it?
Maybe. I don't know. That seemed to be enough, though, and Nagakura and I began to talk about our memories of Edo. Fireworks over the Sumida, visiting the Kabuki Theater, or watching animals from the west at the foot of the Ryokoku Bridge. The longer we spoke, the more we discovered we had in common, and so we kept talking as I lost track of time. Eventually, during a lull, I happened to glance down at the silently burning charcoal, and something occurred to me. Oh! I turned and looked up at Nagakura. While we've got this out, should I make some mochi?
Mochi? You have some?
Yes, Kondo snuck me a little. Oh, and I'm sharing it with him. He said it was left over from New Year's, and I could eat it whenever I wanted to. I want mochi. Nagakura looked so excited, I told him I'd go get it immediately. I headed toward the kitchen as quickly as I dared. Why is it in the kitchen if Kondo gave it to me? As soon as the mochi was ready, I scurried back. Huh? Nagakura's eyes were closed, and his head was wobbling back and forth. Oh, he fall asleep sitting up. Nagakura? Are you asleep? Instead of waking up, however, his body tipped sideways, and he slammed down on the floor. Then he started to snore, so falling totally didn't wake him up at all. He even slammed on the floor and just totally out. I guess he was tired. You think? I was about to put a blanket over him so he wouldn't catch a cold when...
Are you there, Yukimura? I need to ask you something.
Oh yes, I'm here. I could hear Shimada out in the hallway. I slid the door open quickly and stepped out onto the chilly floor. What did you need?
I'm looking for Nagakura, but I can't find him. Do you know where he is? He was on patrol last night, so I thought he might be sleeping, but he wasn't in his room.
What? He had to be exhausted. He needed to sleep as much as he could. Am I going to protect him? Shimada, is the business we're talking about urgent?
No, not especially. I just had something I need to give him.
Oh, I see. I'm gonna leave him alone. I wanted to let Nagakura sleep a little longer. I can give it to him later if you want. That's suspicious. Did he figure it out? Why would I give it to him if I didn't know where he was? He gnawed at his lip for a moment, but Shimada seemed too busy to give it too much thought.
Are you sure? If it's not too much trouble, then yes.
He seemed relieved and handed me a small bundle of paper. I watched Shimada leave, then stepped back into my room. Nagakura lay there just as I'd left him. I want a picture. I want to see Nagakura sleeping. I sat down and looked at his sleeping face. Even though he'd been up all night, he had been worried enough about me to find a brazier and bring it all the way to my room. The brazier warmed my hands, but the warmth I felt in my heart came from somewhere else entirely. I pulled a blanket out of my closet and gently laid it over him. We just see this lump of blanket on the floor there. With that done, I sat down again and returned to my sewing. Sometime later, I wasn't sure how long, Nagakura turned over in his sleep, and his back bumped against the brazier.
Huh? What?
The impact seemed to have jolted him awake. He looked dazed as he blinked his eyes open.
What? What's going on? Did I fall asleep?
Yep. You did. You were really tired.
Oh man, did I start drooling?
Why are you asking that? Of course not. You were a perfect gentleman.
Did I snore? It was loud, wasn't it?
No, you slept very peacefully. Oh, so cute.
So, did you see me sleeping?
Well, yes. I mean, you were in my room. He coughed awkwardly and looked away.
Oh well, no point in trying to act cool now, I guess.
He grinned. I want to say thank you. I know you had the night shift last night, but you still took the time to do all this.
Huh? Well, hey, don't think I'm too nice. I just wanted to warm up too, you know. Don't need to thank me.
He looked almost embarrassed, and I couldn't stifle a giggle. Would you still like some mochi? I bought some roasted soy flour and soy sauce. Take whichever one you like.
Awesome! It's always best to start with the soy sauce.
His eyes shone with excitement. I set the grill down in front of Nagakura and placed the mochi on top to cook. He was practically jumping up and down in anticipation. I was very excited.
Oh man, I hope it gets done soon.
Jeez.
When I was a kid, I could never wait for the mochi to be done, so I'd always just end up eating it raw.
Oh my god. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Age appeared to have mellowed him, however, as we sat and watched the mochi cook. And when it was finished, we ate. Man, we spent the whole day together. Later that night, I changed into my bedclothes. Oh, I guess he's gone now, never mind. Cleaned up after the fire and crawled into my bed. Thanks to Nagakura's brazier, I'd been much warmer. That was so nice of him. I thought back to the comfortable afternoon we'd spent together and drifted off into a pleasant sleep. Oh, that was so cute! I love having cute moments with Nagakura. I mean, because he's just this big cuddly bear, it seems like. Oh, wow, and Nagakura Days Past Part 2 is actually before the Shinsengumi Adventures 2 also, so... I guess we'll be doing those two in one video. His Days Past 2 and then Shinsengumi Adventures 2. Well, hope to see you there then. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.